AccuWeather, still the chance for rain this morning. Otherwise, clouds breaking for some sun, up to 71 degrees. Winds news time 7:21. Let's see how we're doing on the roads and rails, traffic and transit with Karen Stewart.
We've got another problem on the Grand Central. This time it's eastbound near the Cross Island Parkway. I believe that's where our other crash was. This one is an accident too. We have at least one lane blocked. I'm looking at it live here on the 1010 Winds Jam Cam. We've got eastbound delays that start back at Utopia Parkway and go out to the Cross Island. And that volume is causing a little bit of a delay on the northbound Cross Island into the Grand Central. We've got southbound delays on the Cross Island into the Grand Central that start back at Northern Boulevard too. Then we've got eastbound LIE delays that start at Van Wyck and go out into the Clearview. That's where we've got that road work going on, and you should be a little bit cautious through that area. Right now we've got volume on the westbound side naturally from the Clearview out into Woodhaven Boulevard. Next, the Hudson's what you need to know about the bridges and tunnels. 55 for the George upper level, 45 for the lower, and 15 to 20 for the Route 4 approach. The inbound Lincoln is 40, and the inbound Holland Tunnel has got a 50-minute wait. Just did a check of mass transit for you. All is looking good. Everything running on or close to schedule. We're sponsored by Stu Leonard's Farm Fresh Foods. It's the grand opening of Stu Leonard's new Farm Fresh Food and Wine store in Clifton, New Jersey, located in the Stuyertown Shopping Center just off Route 3. You'll love our grand opening specials, free samples, and more. Come see how much fun food shopping can be. From the Farmer's Dog Traffic Center, fresh human-grade dog food delivered right to your door. I'm Karen Stewart, 1010 Winds on 92.3 FM.
A wild scene outside a yeshiva in East Flatbush with the driver now behind bars and the incident being prosecuted as a bias crime.
58-year-old Asghar Ali is now facing attempted murder as part of these long list of hate crime charges. Cops say he was behind the wheel of this white Crown Victoria that you can see in the video jumping up into the sidewalk here on Glenwood Road in front of the yeshiva as he's trying to run down these three young Jewish men. His hate continuing as Ali then circled the building screaming anti-Jewish slurs. Mayor Adams speaking about it with us here on 1010 Winds.
From the video, it appears as though the statements could have been made after attempting to run people down on the sidewalk. So it's still unclear.
Now, Ali is reportedly a car service driver who lives in Midwood. His roommate telling the Daily News that Ali has a long history of mental health struggles. Glenn Schuck, 1010 Winds, 92.3 FM, here in East Flatbush.
Jurors in the Trump hush money trial now deciding whether the former president is guilty of the 34 counts against him for allegedly falsifying business records at the Trump Organization as part of an alleged scheme to hide potentially embarrassing stories during the 2016 presidential election. No verdict on day one.
The first note from the 7 men and 5 women came in mid-afternoon, requesting testimony from key prosecution witnesses. They wanted to hear from National Enquirer publisher David Pecker and his conversations with Donald Trump, his decision about the Karen McDougal payout, and they asked for Michael Cohen's testimony on his meeting with Trump and Pecker at Trump Tower. That's where prosecutors say the 3 men worked up a plan to eliminate bad stories about Trump, attack his political rivals, and publish good stories about him. The defense says there was no conspiracy and no cover-up. Juliet Papa, 1010 Winds on 92.3 FM.
As part of their deliberations, the jurors were given a laptop loaded with nearly 300 pieces of evidence, including the checks that Donald Trump signed to reimburse Michael Cohen. Outside the courthouse.
I don't know what the crime is. That's what the problem is. It's a disgrace. This thing ought to be ended immediately. The judge ought to end it and save his reputation.
Well, the former president also insisted that prosecutors declined to call a number of witnesses because he said they'd be on his side. He did not get specific. President Biden and Vice President Harris hit the campaign trail Wednesday together at Girard College in Philly.
Biden trying to shore up support with a key constituency, arguing he's breaking down barriers for Black Americans.
I came today to speak the truth.
Biden touting his accomplishments at a rally in Philadelphia, from record low Black unemployment to capping prescription drug costs and relieving student debt. In 2020, Black voters helped deliver Biden the White House, but their support has slipped, down 13 points since then, according to our latest poll. The president well aware he needs their backing if he hopes to stay for a second term.
That's correspondent Mary Bruce. The president and vice president also met with members of the Black Chamber of Commerce. 1010 Win Sports, just when you thought things couldn't possibly get any worse for the Mets, wait till you hear about Wednesday.
Yeah, Susan, forget for now about their 10-3 loss to the Dodgers. The day started with closer Edwin Diaz going on the injured list with a shoulder impingement. Then manager Carlos Mendoza saw Pete Alonso get hit on the hand by a first-inning pitch.
X-rays came back normal, but now we're waiting on the CT scan.
Results of which will come later today. Then reliever Jorge Lopez got himself ejected during LA's 6-run 8th inning and threw his glove into the stands.
What we saw today at Olopi, that's not acceptable, and we will address that. We will address that internally here.
And when Lopez said he didn't regret what he did,
I think I've been looking the worst teammate probably in the whole MLB.
Later doubling down on saying the Mets are the worst bleeping team, they'll be cutting ties with him today. Marker Day, 1010 Win Sports, 92.3 FM.
58 degrees, cloudy skies. We're heading up to a partly sunny 71 in Central Park. Now Bloomberg Money Watch on 1010 Wins with Denise Pellegrini. Well, to the roads, trains and buses seem a little less crowded than last fall. 56% of Manhattan office workers are in the office on the average weekday. That's down from 58% in September. And that's according to a new Partnership for New York City survey. Stock futures are lower as interest rates creep higher. Dow futures down 337 points. That's about 0.9%. S&P futures down 20. NASDAQ futures down 53. And Netflix ready to jam. It's developing new music competition shows. Sources tell the Wall Street Journal a show in the works tentatively called Building the Band will feature musicians auditioning and rehearsing together without seeing each other until their final performance. Think Love is Blind maybe beats The Voice. Bloomberg Money Watch at 26 and 56 past every hour. I'm Denise Pellegrini for 1010 Wins 92.3 FM.
Uline is here for the hard workers, for the ones rolling up their sleeves, working round the clock and getting the job done. You're dedicated to doing what it takes to keep a business growing. Uline is dedicated to helping you make that happen. Working 7 days a week, staying fully stocked and ready to ship any of our 41,000 items the same day. Uline, your shipping and industrial supply specialists. Visit uline.com.
Save on a set of tires from Pep Boys. Buy 3, get the 4th free, plus free installation instantly on Cooper Adventure all-season tires. Trust our pros and gear up your car for unforgettable road trips. Don't miss this chance to save big. Buy 3, get the 4th free, plus free installation instantly on Cooper Adventure all-season tires. Stop by your local Pep Boys today. Ends 5/31/24. Up to $130 value on installation. Not valid in combination with any other offers, rebates, discounts, or promotions. Accepts manufacturer rebates. Extra fees and terms apply. Visit petboys.com for details.
New York's bravest, finest, strongest. How about becoming one of New York's kindest? Animal Care Centers of New York is the city's only open admission shelter, taking in tens of thousands of animals each year. And you can help by opening your heart and home to a dog, cat, rabbit, even a guinea pig. Adopt an animal from an ACC shelter, or if you're not ready, consider fostering and help get a pet ready for that forever home. See the available animals or make a donation at nycacc.org.
We could try to explain what it feels like to get your work done on a John Deere. The way a Z-Track mower finishes in half the time you thought it would. Or how much easier it is to move mountains of soil with the 1 Series tractor. We could even go into detail about how it feels to tow up to 4,000 pounds behind a Gator XUV. But if you really want to know what it's like to run with us, you just have to get in the seat. Learn more at johndeere.com/get-in-the-seat or visit a dealer near you.
What's that sound? That's the sound of Downy Unstoppable scent beads going into your washing machine and giving your clothes freshness that lasts all day.